Welcome to Cooking Generations, Cooking Together Generations. Man, I was already stumbling over my words before we started. Today, we're going to show you how to use your blender in the kitchen. So we're going to make a couple recipes with the blender. We're going to be making a pesto ham pasta. That's what I was stumbling before. I was saying pasta, ham, pesto, you know, whatever. However you want to say it. And then we're going to do some strawberry wine soup, which is a dessert soup, which I'm excited to make. I've never had one, but we're going to give it a shot. It sounds delicious. So we're going to jump right in with the pesto. Not the pasta, the pesto first.
The pesto comes first. Pesto ham pasta. All right, so I'm going to make some fresh pesto. And this is really, really easy, folks. You can do this. This is a pistachio olive pesto. So it's a little bit of a take on a pesto that you would normally have. So it's really easy. You're going to have 1 cup of green olives without the pimentos. It's hard to find them without the pimentos, so I went through. I might have a few pimentos in there, but I got most of them out. Pistachios, 1/3 cup of pistachio shell, lemon juice, capers, minced garlic, and olive oil. So I've taken all of my ingredients, for the most part, outside of that, and put them all in my little measuring cup, including the lemon juice.
So normally in pesto you do pine nuts, right? And basil?
Pine nuts and basil, correct. But this is a little take on it, and then I'm going to put my pistachios in. And let's see, I had my Parmesan cheese, 1/2 cup in there. Although I'm going to hold this back because when we get to the end, if you've watched any of the other shows, we are doing pasta, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to put some more Parmesan cheese on top of that pasta when we're done. And then we can add our oil. And sometimes you'll see people add it as they go. But since I'm making a small batch here, I'm going to add it all in, and if I need to add more, I can. So I've got my handy dandy Ninja here, and I'm just going to blend this up.
Because we're gonna do it again.
I'm gonna take this off here real quick just to see what kind of a texture we have. Ooh. We got a pretty good texture in there. I'm gonna pour this into a bowl so you can actually see it.
Oh, do we need a bowl?
Yeah, I need a bowl.
Put it in that measuring cup if you want.
Oh, yeah, I could put
Never mind. Just put it in
I'll put it in the measuring cup, Nana. There we go.
I even asked, is everybody ready before we start?
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, we just like to hide stuff from everyone.
While he's doing it, I want to show you something. See this? This is Classico traditional basil pesto. It's $3.59, $3.69. What he just did is about $1.25, and he's got twice as much.
And it just sounds.
And he could have done basil, and he could have, he could have done it traditional. We just tried something with a little different text. But so. How easy that was to save money and have your own. Okay.
Right. Would you like a little? Because I still got some more in here that I got to scrape in there. Yes.
Cameraman putting his hand out.
Oh, here, taste a little of that. I don't.
Gosh, just what everyone wants to
see. Because I'm putting it on my pasta. I don't want to ruin
taste
my
it
pasta.
off of there.
I don't want to ruin my pasta.
This is something.
It's good, isn't it?
Are you done?
I am done.
All right. I'm going to make a pasta, and while my cast iron skillet's heating up, I want to show you something. You see all these pastas here? They're all different. There are 310 different kind of pastas with 3,100 different names. But basically, pasta is pasta. Now, the advantage of some pasta is if you get a flat pasta, it's going to hold more sauce, and a round pasta, you get the shells, you can get it inside. Every once in a while, you'll read about a bronze cut pasta. Bronze cut pasta is more expensive. Reason being, the dies are made with bronze. They're softer, so they wear out quicker. But the advantage to a bronze pasta is it's got a rougher surface to it, so your pasta comes out a little rougher, so it's going to hold more sauce, where probably these were made with Teflon. I know this was made with bronze. It says right on there, bronze cut pasta. So
So
just
you
a
dropped
little.
a lot of money.
Just a
on
little.
that
Yeah.
pasta.
Yeah, that's 3 times what those boxes are.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
right.
okay, so I'm going to put a little olive oil in here. And I've got just a little bit of smoked ham. And we're going to put a little smoked ham in here. And to that, we are going to add some tomatoes.
Look at that sizzling.
There we go.
You did tomatoes last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That did the blistering tomatoes last week.
You still must have tomatoes left over.
I do. People keep bringing them to me. I already have my pasta done. I used a little penne pasta. You could use anything you want, your favorite pasta. I use penne because size-wise, piece-wise, I've got the ham cut up and the tomatoes cut, and the penne is about the same size. So from a size standpoint, looking at it, it's going to be the same. Now, when I drained my pasta I cooked here, I saved a little of pasta water. That's where all the goodie is when you make pasta. It's in that water. In fact, some restaurants will save their water. They will have big jugs of the water in the refrigerator. They'll use it for all kinds of things, the pasta water. Making their meatballs or doing brociole or brocioli. That when they'll use it, just a little bit of it to flavor everything with. So I'm not going to use all this, but I'm going to use a little bit of this to put some flavor back in. Now, I'm not going to use any salt because my ham is salty. It's a smoked ham, so I am going to give a little shot of pepper. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add it to my pasta. Whoop. Hey, something jumped out over here. We had a jump out, Amanda.
Happens to the best of us.
There we go. Another one jumped out. Those little boogers don't want to stay in there.
Now, Grandpa, what's the ideal time to boil your pasta? I've heard 7 minutes.
It depends. The best thing to do is look at the package. It'll tell you.
All right.
It depends on the
It's
size.
not easy,
Well, it
folks.
depends on a spaghetti and a linguine's probably 8 minutes. Something like this is 10 minutes because it's a little thicker, a little heavier. Okay, here we go. We're going to get a hot pad because these things are worthless. Here, take that. It's worthless. Worthless.
Throw it in the trash.
supposed to keep you, but it's hot. I'll tell you. Okay.
Little behind the scenes knowledge for you. On I think it was our first episode, my dad was using that thing and he was burning his hand and I had no idea. And I just kept making him hold on to the cast iron. He kept it together though.
It was hot.
There you go. There's your behind the scenes knowledge.
Okay.
He could have just said it was hot, right?
So there's my pasta with my tomatoes and ham. Pretty simple. Little pasta water, little olive oil.
Ooh, and now we're
You
gonna.
got a spot?
Right there in the middle.
Okay, so now we're going to use some of that pesto.
Where'd it go? Somebody stole it. No, it's right here.
Told you that.
See, I knew as soon as I made it that people were going to be diving into it. So, what I'm going to do...
Ask questions if you want.
Yeah.
Have your question and criticize him if you want. Tell him it looks terrible.
I did want to know, do you cut up your tomatoes? Did you slice those
I
in half?
cut them in half. Yeah, they were cherry tomatoes. I
Oh,
sliced them in
okay.
half. Yeah.
I'm going to do a little smear of the pesto on the bottom. Just to...
Oh, that looks fancy.
Yeah, pretty fancy.
He goes every week and tries to win the prize. He wins it every week for things that look good. I make something that looks terrible. He makes it look good.
So I'm going to put a little smear of the pesto on the bottom. And they're lying. I just like having fun with food here. Now, what I'm going to
You can
do
write a book.
is I'm going to scoop out some of the pasta on the plate. And I'm going to get it there.
Oh, I see where you cut them in half.
Yeah, cut them in half. And then we're going to stack that on top of the pesto. Really nice. Working with noodles is like working with animals on TV.
That's right. They just have their own mind.
They have their own mind. They do exactly what they want to do. Get a little more ham in there on each one of these.
Working family.
It is like working with animals. The pasta just goes wherever it wants to go.
At least it doesn't bark at you.
No, it doesn't, or pull your hair. All right. So now we've got a little bit of pasta. Let's get a couple more.
Yeah.
Talk about a little tomatoes there. There you go.
It's a
Take
color-
that out of the way. All right. Now, I'm going to put just a little more dab of pasta on top.
Pesto.
Pesto.
Pasta.
We can't get
Pesto.
pasta or pesto right today.
We're having trouble here, folks.
Maybe we've had a little too much wine
And you
for
don't.
this episode.
And you don't want to slather it. It's kind of like a salad. You never want to overdress it. And there's enough underneath that when you start playing with it and messing with it.
See, I thought you were going to pour the whole thing into the pasta. No, that would be a little strong.
Yeah, well, and you can't
That's a little overdressing.
you can't gauge it. And this gives you the opportunity to kind of smear it around and make it your own taste. I put a little bit of rough cut parsley on top of these. Put a little lemon wedge on the side.
Cheese. We want
Yeah,
cheese.
it's like, where's the cheese?
And of course, again, like I said, if you've been watching our episodes, we like a little cheese. So I'm going to put a little Parmesan cheese on top of this.
We might single-handedly just keep the Parmesan cheese business alive. I'm not sure.
We use it a lot.
Well, I tell you what. Seriously, since we started, that's the second wedge of Parmesan cheese we've had.
We don't have that many
And this stuff
episodes.
lasts for a long time. So
Not here.
not here. So now we're going to serve these to our guests. And you might want to introduce our guests.
And our guest, Janet. A long time friend, way back to when the kids were like this.
That's right.
And over here, my lovely daughter-in-law, Rose, who, by the way, tomorrow is her birthday. 30 years old tomorrow.
Yeah, 30 years
She's
old.
got a 28-year-old daughter. Tomorrow she's 30.
I'm 29.
Oh, 29. That's right.
And we didn't get a close-up of the food, but there you go, right there. There's your pasta with the tomatoes and ham and the pesto sauce
Amanda,
underneath.
you're
It
on.
is so good. Amanda,
Yeah.
make us some dessert, please.
All right. So over here, we're gonna do another trick in the blender, make you some dessert soup. Like I said, I've never had one. I'm really excited to try it. It's kind of almost like a cocktail in a bowl because we've got a little wine in there. Of course, we like cooking with wine. So I have got 2 pints of strawberries here. I've set aside about a half a cup of them for to slice to add into the soup later. But we're gonna get these into the blender. Just use my hands here. They are clean, I promise. Oh,
Yeah, that was a tip a
I
couple
just saw a
weeks ago.
strawberry elf come in and steal some strawberries. That'll happen from time to time. All right, so we got our strawberries in here. And then I have got a cup of Chardonnay here. And 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed orange juice. I'm gonna put the top on here. We're gonna blend this and hope for the best because that's a lot of strawberries. So we'll see
That's
what
right.
happens.
You might need.
Oh, there it goes. That looks pretty good. Yeah? What do we think? Blended enough?
Yeah.
All right.
Good to me. She needs some.
All right. So the next thing to go into this
Yeah.
is going to be some soda water. And then once you get the soda water in here, you are not going to want to blend this anymore. You're going to have a mess. You're going to have a big mess.
Yeah,
So
soda
no.
all over the kitchen.
Yes, it will get real frothy and you'll have a big mess. And then we are going to throw in some of these strawberries here.
Nice job, Brock.
Thank you. Yeah. We're getting comments back here about
Yeah.
the pasta being so good.
Must be good.
It is. They're awfully quiet.
Would you rather dip that or pour it, Amanda?
Doesn't matter. What's easier? I'm afraid if I try and take this off the blender, I'm gonna spill it everywhere.
That's why I said that. There you go.
I'm pretty notorious for doing that. So.
You might want to dip it.
So we stirred in our sliced strawberries here.
Can you imagine how good that's going to be after a few days?
We're gonna put this into. Oh my gosh, that already looks so good. I haven't even added all the fun stuff
Could you
to
put
it.
that in a sherbet glass, maybe?
Sure,
Oh,
you could.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you could.
Put it
You could.
over sherbet.
You could put
You
that
know,
in a
I-
shot glass, Janet.
I was thinking,
And I am going to do a little orange zest over the top. You can also put it in there. I think I forgot to do that.
No, you put it over. That's why I've always put it over the top, Amanda. You're doing it.
All right, some orange
Little
zest
bit.
there.
Little mint.
Another piece of orange. A little strawberry in there.
And a little mint.
And we're gonna do some mint. I'm hearing mint. There we go, mint sprig. Look at that. There it is. That looks delicious.
Strawberry soup.
Strawberry soup. Who knew?
You're right, Jen. I served it in champagne glass.
And this does have alcohol in it, so don't
Serve it to the kiddos.
Yeah, don't serve it to the kids.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Ooh, that looks good.
Okay.
There we
Got
go.
a
I'm
week,
gonna start
everybody.
serving
Was
up
that a
some
good one or what?
That was easy.
And that was quick and easy too.
Yeah.
Speaking of quick and easy, while she's dishing out the other soup, if you go to the website, we do have our second cookbook online. There's about, what, 4 or 5 left?
Nah, probably about 10 or 12.
Maybe 10 or 12, he says. And so those are discounted for your purchase. They were regularly, what, $24.95?
They were regularly 29 or 19.
They're 19 now. So you can go onto the website, cookingtogether.com, place an order for those, and that book we can ship out pretty quickly since we have them in stock.
Again, the cookbook is at the printer. So we'll be looking forward time to time in the next week or 10 days of having books, and we'll have to do assembly and get them shipped, get them packed and shipped. But again, by the end of by Labor Day, hopefully everybody will have their new cookbook.
Yeah.
If you haven't ordered your cookbook yet, I think we're at 100, but maybe we'll go to 200. For every 100 cookbooks we sell pre-publication,
So that's
we have an
before they-
anonymous donor who'll give $100. So if we hit 200 cookbooks, he'll give an extra $200 besides all the money that's going from the sale of the cookbooks to breast cancer. So we could hit the Susan B. Komen Foundation with a big check here in a month or so. So
Yeah.
if you haven't ordered your cookbook, go in and order it now. You save $5, and breast cancer gets extra money. So
And you don't have a lot of time until it's no longer pre-publication.
that's right. By Labor Day,
Yep.
it's going to be $5 more, and that's the way it goes, folks.
It is.
Snooze, you lose.
Exactly.
So
Okay. All right.
Please
Cheers.
like, subscribe. Find us on Instagram and Facebook.
Right.
Subscribe.
Keep cooking together.
Yeah. Cheers.
Tom,
Sure.
I tell you, I am.